Good evening, everybody, and I want to take the chance to welcome you to this year's 2020 Salem Children's Charity Annual Event. We are here live on SATV Channel 3 and YouTube Live. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are coming to you from the beautiful and glorious Hawthorne Hotel here in Salem, Massachusetts. I can't thank the Hawthorne Hotel enough. They are so generous to us. They know what we mean to the city, and now we need to show the city what they mean to us. So please, if any way you could, support the Hawthorne Hotel. Please do that. They are a true great ambassador for the city, and they are a great, great donor for us here at Salem Children's Charity. We have a great night on tap for you, tons of fun, tons of entertainment. But before we really get rolling, I want to make sure you check out our website. This is where you'll be able to see all the live auction items that you would usually see around the room. They come from you, the people at home, all the folks from here in Salem who support us. So please, if you could now, go to www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. Again, if you could, please go to www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. On there, you'll see over 100 different items donated to us by our community members, for our community members. We really truly do thank everyone who's donated to us. Tonight, you'll get a chance to see some of the great items that we've gotten from our community, and you'll also get a chance to hear from some of our really awesome community members. Obviously, some things are a little bit different this year, but the need is still the same. The children out there have needs and things that they just can't fill, so that's what we're here for. The best thing about Salem Children's Charity is there are no paid staff and no overhead. This charity, every cent goes right to a Salem child. Every penny, every dollar. So your money truly goes to where the need is. So anything you can contribute, we truly greatly appreciate it. Tonight we're going to have a video for you. One of our founding fathers, a gentleman by the name of Charlie Walsh. He's going to take you through how our charity started 26 long years ago. So if we're ready to cut to a video of Charlie Walsh.
Okay, we are now at the Carleton School, which is a brand new school compared to the Carleton that I was principal of way back 27 years ago. And all of a sudden one day, 3 men came into my office, and my secretary said, "Mr. Walsh, these people want to speak to you." I said, "Okay." So I said, "Welcome, come in. What can I do for you?" They said, "Well, we're really confused." I said, "Why is that?" They said, "Because one of our young patrolmen told us to come down here and it would solve a problem for them." I said, "Well, what's your problem?" They said, "Well, we have all this money and we don't know what to do with it." I said, "You're kidding." And they said, "Well, wait a minute." And then they start throwing it on my desk, piling up. And I said, "Whoa, wait a minute. Where does all this money come from?" They said, "We solicited through bars and restaurants, and we thought we'd help people. But then we realized we don't know who to help because we don't know where the people are that really need it." So I said, "Well, I'm down to my last $25 here." And they said, "Well, don't worry about that. You got plenty of money now. You do what you want with it." I said, "My God," and I started crying. And I said, God works in funny ways. He must have realized that things are really tough for these kids, because this is, at that time, it was a very poor district, and kids were in big need of clothes and underwear and so forth. And I went to my staff, and they went out and they bought everything you could think of: toys, clothes, hats, mittens, gloves, coats, and so forth. And so that particular year, those children had a fantastic year. And from that point on, we then established the Salem Children's Charity, and people joined us, and now we have a board of directors. We're officially recognized as a charity, and we meet once a year, and it used to be done at the Wharf, but now We're we're using the Hawthorne Hotel, but due to the pan problem, we can't have a lot of people. So instead of that, they're now doing a thing over the air from SATV, in which they'll have donations, seek money to help the kids of Salem. And what we do with the money is we make sure that their family gets burnt out. We rush right over there and replace whatever we can. Somebody gets sick or dies in the family and they need help, we're there to help them as much as we can. And in the meantime, we supplied the nurses with things that kids might need: underpants, shirts, hats, mittens, gloves, and so forth. And once a year, as I say, we have this Salem Children's Charity. I hope all of you people can get together, spend some time listening to what they have to say, and then open your pocketbooks as wide as you can. I'll be doing the same as you. And thank God for all the people in Salem who have been so kind to the Salem Children's Charity. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, welcome back. So I'd like to welcome you all to our annual Salem Children's Charity fundraising event. We are here live at the Hawthorne Hotel, one of our greatest and most loyal supporters. Before we begin with anything, we'd really like to thank the Hawthorne Hotel, the staff, Claire specifically. They've been a great help to us over the years. We're going to talk more about the folks at the hotel later on, but I do want to start off the show by really thanking the hotel for all of the things that they do for us. They really, truly are heroes to us. I'd like to welcome everybody who's watching us live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on SATV Channel 3. Obviously, things do look a little bit different this year, but that's okay. We're going to persevere through because, as you know, the need is the same. We still have needy school children here in Salem, and so that's exactly what you folks are here for through us, is to fill that need. Something that I feel is very important for everybody to know is that the Salem Children's Charity has no paid staff. Everything we do is through volunteerism. Every donation we receive is a free donation from somebody in our great community. And every dollar that we raise goes right back to the children of Salem. Not $1 is spent in overhead or in staff. So you can rest easy knowing that your donation goes directly to help the needs of the school children. Make sure you get on our website. We have all of our auction items up on our website. It's www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. Again, our website is www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. Please go on that website, check out all of our great auction items. Everything was donated there for free to us from a Salem community member, somebody that really understands what we've got going on here. So we were going to take some time tonight to thank all of our donors and the people who take great care of us. First up, next to me, though, we're going to talk to one of our founding fathers, Mitchell Sobera. Mitchell has been with the charity literally since its inception. He's a great figure here in Salem. We're very proud to have him with us. Good evening, Mitchell, and welcome.
Hello, John. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for joining me here on set tonight. So, Mitchell, before we get underway, why don't you tell the folks at home how the charity started?
Just a little more than 2.5 decades ago, at a local restaurant, 4 friends were having a bite to eat and a couple of beers, and discussing the fact that Christmas had kind of lost its shine. Just a little, I don't need another shirt. Looks like I do maybe, but I don't. And it just became an empty holiday. We'd have to wait till after Christmas to find out how the retail stores did to find out if we had a Merry Christmas. And at that table was a muffin maker from Marblehead, an insurance agent originally from Marblehead, now living in Salem, a used car dealer, and a cop. And we kind of took an idea from the muscular dystrophy campaign that was selling cutout four-leaf clovers during St. Patrick's Day. So our muffin maker from Marblehead said, I think my kids can make some ornaments. Maybe we can go to a few local restaurants and sell those ornaments and raise some money and give it to people that really need, that really have a need. So we did that, and we collected, I think, $1,500. We collected $1,500 that year, and then the real problem began. We did not know where to give that money to. Couldn't identify the poor, because the people that really need it somehow don't go to the forefront. They kind of just suffer at it. So the policeman in our foursome went to the liaison between the police department and the schools, Peter Baglioni, and Peter said, "Go see Charlie Walsh." So the four of us trampled down to the Carleton School off of Bridge Street, and there was Charlie Walsh with his spectacles on, a legal pad in his hand, and his whole office was covered with bags of groceries, sweaters, sneakers. And he said, "I haven't got much time, guys. What do you want?" So at the time I had torn up dungarees on, and I took out $1,500 and placed it on Charlie Walsh's desk. And Charlie started crying his eyes out. He said, I don't know where I was going to get this money. So the four of us knew we had hit the jackpot, that Charlie knew what to do with that money. Last year, I think, our 25th year, last year, I think we collected close to $40,000. The average charity in Massachusetts gives 47% of its money to the people that need it. We give 102%, because if someone needs to buy stamps for the mailings, they pay for that. It's a real need, and we couldn't have done this without Charlie Walsh and Peter Baglioni, the police department and the school department. And it's Christmas. And we've become, by accident, Salem's Christmas party.
Excellent. Well said, Mitchell. Thank you very much for those words, Mitchell. Next, we'd like to introduce the mayor of our great city. If we could, please ask Mayor Kim Driscoll to come on up. Hello, thank you for joining us. I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for coming.
Hi, great to be here. Thank you, guys.
So, how many years for you is this at Salem Children's Charity's annual holiday event?
I don't think I've missed one. It's the best way to support Salem families and kids and have fun, so it's a twofer. I wish we had lots more people in here and we were laughing at Nate's emceeing or Eric's jokes or all the things that we typically do, but we're making the best of it this way.
Yep, we certainly are, and I'll have to say, if I were you, I would be so proud to be mayor of this city. If you could, when you check out that website, you're going to see how folks turned out for us, and you're going to be very proud. I wonder what you would say to all the folks in Salem who donated to us and who continue to donate to us.
Yeah, huge thank you. There's sports memorabilia, there's trips, there's breakfast with the mayor. I mean, It doesn't get better than that. And you'll be right back here for that, which is where we typically do it. So proud of the Hawthorne Hotel, the people who have donated their time, their talents, their treasures, all for Salem kids and families. And kudos to the organization. Like, nobody gets paid here. There's not a big executive director. There's not a lot of rules. We find kids in need and we help them. And I think that's been the key to success. So huge that we pulled it off this year.
Yes. Do you have one memory from our parties that you'd like to share with us here tonight?
Jeez. I mean, I think it's the feeling like you're at a reunion when you come through the door, where you have so many of our teachers and staff who are so caring and going above and beyond this year in particular, who then find time to come out during the day and have fun and connect with each other. You see seniors and folks who have retired long ago, teachers or staff, principals, they come back to support this event. I think it's about the people who are running it and their confidence that these are good dollars being raised for needs that we have in our community. So yeah, it's really fun walking through the door. It's got a good feel right away.
Absolutely. So you've walked around the room a little bit tonight. You've had a chance to see some of the items that we have displayed over here. If you could put a winning bid on one item that you've seen tonight, what would be your top item that you see from the small lot that we brought here tonight?
I know, the big screen TV is pretty nice, but, for me, it's all about the Hopsy's popcorn. Sorry, that's like the simplest, but the best.
Absolutely. There's nothing better than that. The big TV was actually donated to us by our friends at SATV, so another proud community supporter. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to the community, or any message?
Yeah, it's been a really strange year. We're all looking forward to 2021, and this is a great way to end the year with folks who are standing up for our most vulnerable students. Easy way to help families in need is by supporting children's charities. So I hope everyone will still step up this year. I want to thank all of you, all of Salem residents. We've done amazing things this year. Resiliency, build back support for each other, and this is just another example of that. So have a great holiday season, and thank you guys for all you're doing.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming with us tonight. Thank you very much. All right, so next up I'm going to invite somebody up with me, Mr. Ed Mercier. He's going to come up here tonight and tell you about our first item.
Well, first item. Our first item is a 50-inch Vizio TV donated by SATV. You can find this on biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. I can't think of anything better than a large TV to kick off the holidays and watch football.
So wait a minute. You're telling me I get a brand new TV, I can use my PlayStation on this?
Of course you can. Your PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Wii, whatever.
You can do all of it now. Does this get the NFL Red Zone, you think?
Of course it gets the NFL Red Zone.
Oh, okay, that's great. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. I believe this TV is also a smart TV that comes equipped with some apps. Are you a Netflix guy, Hulu Plus?
Netflix guy. I enjoy Netflix.
That's good. All right, well, here it is, folks. The 50-inch Vizio flat-screen TV donated to us tonight by our friends at Salem Access Television, a proud community partner of the Salem Children's Charity. You can find this item and many, many more at biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity, and we'll be back to you in just a couple of minutes. All right, next up we have new superintendent to the Salem Public Schools, Dr. Zreich. Dr. Zreich, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. My first time to this event.
We're very glad to have you here, except for I do have a very pressing question that I need to ask you right away. I have to get it off my chest. It's been eating me up for a little while. As you may or may not know, I am the PE teacher at Bates Elementary School, and Bates Elementary School is in line for a breakfast. So the folks at home want to know, and all these folks here are dying to know, when is Bates Elementary School staff going to get to eat?
I mean, what a high maintenance group that Bates Elementary is. That's all I have to say. Now that I've held you out, I don't want to reveal, but I did tell your principal that he could cash in at any time. So I think the blame is on him.
Wow, Mr. Softek, I hope you're watching this at home. I hope you're seeing us live on YouTube.
But because you waited, you're going to get a better breakfast. That's all I can say.
They say good things come to those who wait, right? Just like the folks who got caught in the delay at the beginning of the show. So, Dr. Zreich, as you may or may not know, our charity has been around for 25 plus years, directly helping the need of Salem children. Now, you've been in education, I'm assuming, your whole adult life. And have you ever had an experience where you've seen a child with some need and you've seen a charity like this, or seen our charity in particular step in and help that student or that family?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I've never seen an event like this in any community I've ever worked, and the fact that this is being led by educators in our district just speaks volumes to the kind of people we have working in the Salem Public Schools. So, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, like I said, I've been in a number of different systems, been in education almost 25 years, so kudos to Salem, our teachers, and everybody that makes this event possible. The need is great. It's greater than it's ever been. I'm very worried about many of our kids and families. I mean, we see it in the data we're looking at from staff calling homes and the families who need We have food insecurity, mental health needs. They're just, I mean, not surprisingly, as high as we've ever seen, and what people tell me in Salem, and I don't think that's going to change. I think we're headed into a tough patch here as the people are still losing their jobs. It's going to take time for the economy to rebound, and our kids and families are suffering because of that. And so, yeah, I mean, this charity and any bit of support is going to go a long way for our families and our kids who are really, really struggling.
Absolutely. Thank you for those words. So the same question as I asked the mayor, we brought a small lot of our wonderfully donated items tonight. I know from the convocation that you're a big football guy, so we do have a Devin McCoy autographed football. I wanted to bring out here. I wanted you to check it out, maybe get your hands on it. See if we can see something that would look good in your trophy room if you have something like that at home.
Well, yeah, I'm a big Pats fan. I've been a season ticket holder for almost 20 years. So, yeah, this is nice. You don't want me handling the football, though, and, my arm isn't what it used to be. But it's some great items. I'm certainly going to be bidding on some of these, and it seems like you guys have some awesome stuff.
Yeah, well, luckily for you, we're looking at this camera, Coach. You have two football coaches here, too, myself and Coach.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
we'll be able to help you out that for sure.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, so this is one of our great items that we have. We're on this camera, it turns out. This is one of the great items that we have donated to us by the Patriots Foundation and Miss Gauthier. We truly appreciate the donation. So, Dr. Reich, if you yourself head to www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity, you could own that football by Friday.
We want to have until Friday is what you're telling me.
Yes, sir. You have until Friday. The auction closes Friday at 9 p.m. Payday at 9 p.m. Exactly right. Yes, sir.
I might get to it a little before then, though. You guys seem like you have some really good items here.
Yeah, we have some really great stuff. We want to thank you for coming on. We really do appreciate you taking some time out of your very busy schedule to be with us here today. And if you have any lasting words or a send-off message you'd like to give the folks of the city?
No, this is there's no time like now to get the support of the residents of Salem for our families and kids. And then again, shout out to everybody that makes this event possible. And I'll be going home and hitting the computer and starting to bid as early as tonight. So
Awesome. Thank you very much for your support, Dr. Zreich. Thank you, sir. Dr. Zreich, you're All right, next up, I'm going to bring up Ed Mercier with this beautiful Mongoose bike. Tell us about it.
Aren't you a bike rider?
I do have a Mongoose mountain bike.
There's a sign right there. Imagine seeing him riding on Linden Beach. So, we have a beautiful bike right here. This is donated by Mark Predka, a.k.a. the trademark. You might know him. He's a famous MC from the Boston area. He donated this bike for us. So it is a Mongoose. It is 20-inch tires, brand new, put together today by Mr. Larry Ross.
That's right. A huge shout out to Bates School's own Larry Ross. He built this bike for us today, folks. This bike just came out of the package. It's hot off the presses and ready for you. So please check us out at www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. Now let me ask you this, Mr. Mercier. Sure. If you could ride anywhere in the continental United States, where would you go?
Hawaii.
That's not the continental United States,
Oh,
my
that's
friend.
a good point. Then I would probably have to say San Diego, because San Diego has the best weather on the continental United States.
You're right. San Diego is always perfect. 75 and sunny. All right. Thank you for bringing that beautiful bike out to us to show today. Folks, we want to implore you to go to our website, please. Again, it's www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. Now, you may see some items on there that you love, or, let's face it, we can't please everybody. You may see some items on there that you're not too particularly fond of. But that's okay, because on our very homepage, when you go to www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity, you will see a big, bright, yellow donate button. Press that button, folks, and your money goes to our PayPal and directly to the needy children here in Salem. You can support Salem children with just one click by going to www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity.
Hey, J-Rob.
Hey, Mr. Malone.
We've talked about a lot of different items here today.
We certainly have, mostly three of
You may have
them.
missed the one from Collins Middle School.
Well, would you check that out?
Look at this. Do we have any people that are feeling lucky here today? We have a lottery tree, which was handcrafted. The tree, maybe not itself, but the lottery ticket's handcrafted by several members of the Collins Middle School. All right, I want to give credit to especially Patron Nicholson and Agnes Foey and Nancy Brown. But we also had many people contribute to this tree. And I want to show you something, J-Rob.
Show me, please, show me.
There is a $20 scratch ticket
Holy moly.
that could win you up to $10 million.
$10 million. Now, when you get the $10 million, obviously now Uncle Sam has to get their cut, but then you can send us a cut to Salem Children's Charity at www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. Now, Mr. Malone, some people will say scratch ticket tree, but everybody who's anybody knows that scratch tickets are a great guilty pleasure. You have nothing to do on a quarantine winter's night.
That's
you sit
right.
down, you grab your lucky penny, and you start scratching away. Who knows?
Great pandemic activity. We have over $150 worth of tickets on here. And I do want to shout out, because they're my coworkers and teammates, the people who contributed to this tree basket: Mia Riccio, Petra, Nancy, who I mentioned, Chris Prusky, Mary Beth Smith, Ben Shertock, Gail Titus, Lisa Golden, Evie Aquendo, Ed and Heather Mercier. Are you familiar with them? And Bob Stanton.
Wow, thank you very much to all of our dedicated educators at the Collins Middle School.
Yes. Now, how are you doing tonight? You having a good time?
I'm having a ball up here. You know, I'll tell you what, the show started off rough, but we've hit a smooth patch now, and we're sailing right through. I'll tell you what right now, if anything else could exhibit what Salem is, it is the Salem Children's Charity, right? We fill needs, we fill gaps, and we help people out when they most need it.
And I think you nailed it. This is 2020. It was supposed to go wrong.
That's right, absolutely correct, sir. It was 2020. This was literally supposed to happen without us knowing. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Malone. How long have you, sir, been involved with Salem Children's Charity?
I have been involved with the Salem Children's Charity for 5 to 6 years now.
Excellent. And what is your current role?
My current role is the head of the charity, J-Rob. Thanks for asking.
That's right. You are the chairman of the board of the Salem Children's Charity.
But I like to think that, you know, I have a boss above me, even though I may be entitled the charity.
Well, everybody knows Mitch has to be in charge, right? Let's face it. So that kind of is what
I
it
also want you to know that had our technical difficulties not happened, we had, I would say, close to 30 people who made video clips talking about their involvement with our organization and what it does for the kids. But that's going to have to be on the rebroadcast of this show. But we will get to see those videos someday.
Yes, we will get to see those videos. We want to thank everybody who did submit a video. Obviously, like Mr. Malone had said, you know, we've hit a 2020 patch here tonight with the Salem Children's Charity live on SATV. But folks, who cares? We're having fun.
And
So,
can I say one more thing?
you can say whatever you want. We got 2
I
hours.
just want to say hi, Mom and Dad, Marlene, Ava, Anna, Michael. I see you.
Wow, shout out to the family. If we're doing that, I'll shout out my family.
There you go.
What's up, everybody? My mom, my wife, Diana, my son, John Henry, my daughter, Jackie Lou. John Henry, I got the pin on, bud. See it there?
You might as well. We're on TV, and I've
Yeah.
got a face made for radio.
Yeah, you and me both. That's why the mask is beneficial in more ways than one here, you know?
Whoa.
Whoa, be careful. There's a lot of
lost
money.
it.
There's
Almost
almost money you lost there, lumberjack.
Still there.
Take it
It's still
easy.
there, Pedro. Hey, thanks. I'm going to put this safe away.
Yeah, you better do that. All right. All right. Well, thank you very much for enduring that, ladies and gentlemen at home. We're going to bring up a dear friend of everybody to everybody here in Salem as he walks right in front of the camera. That's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dr. Brendan Walsh.
Hi there.
Hello,
Thank
Doctor.
Thank you for having me. Actually, I was one of the people that did a video, and I'm going to try to remember what I said on the video.
At your age, is remembering something that you can do easily, or?
Very, very difficult.
I could imagine.
You know, when you get to a certain age, things get to be tough.
When you get to 34, things get to be tough, trust me.
That's right. One of the things that I did want to talk about is we talked about the fact that there's no paid staff and everything goes to the kids, but how does the money get there? All right?
Great
And I think
question.
that's a very important thing to know. Well, right now, the way it works now, it's working better than it ever did before. In each of our elementary schools and the middle school, there are people from an organization called Salem Connects.
Yes, City Connects.
And City Connects, rather. And they are trained social workers who can smell a rat, and they can also smell a need. So we get legitimate responses from them. They will call one of us. We will get to our disbursement officer, whoever it might be at the time, and we will go out and try to meet that need. That's how it works. At the high school, there are a couple of counselors who work on that as well. So it's covered citywide. And it's important to understand these people know what they're talking about. They come to us, and it's all based on trust. We trust them, they trust us, and it works. It works beautifully. I want to give people some example of some of the things that we've done over the years. I've been involved in this for probably 25 years. And some of them are big things. Like a number of years ago, we had a parent who was working his third job, immigrant family, no English speaking, and he was crossing Bridge Street on his way home at night from his third job, and he was hit and killed by a runaway hit-and-run driver. Well, Salem Children's Charity jumped in. This is a big item. And we basically covered their living expenses for a couple of months until his wife's family could rally around them. On the other side is something that people might think is very small. There was a woman who had a child who was sick in Boston. But the woman had no way to get from Salem to Boston. Salem Children's Charity got her a Charlie card. I mean, what's a Charlie card cost? You know, peanuts.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have the money to get it.
Absolutely correct.
Then it costs what you don't have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a little thing, a big thing, and there's a lot of these things we've had. We've had victims of fires where there's been a lot of money involved. We've had little boys who were homeless and couldn't afford to pay to play Little League baseball. We've had kids who couldn't take advantage of another one of Salem's great charities, by the way, the Boys and Girls Club, who have to charge for their summer programs because it's very expensive to put together. But for the last few years, Salem Children's Charity has probably thrown $10,000 a year into the Boys and Girls Club to help them to do their job. So this is a powerhouse force for children in Salem. I thought people should know that.
Absolutely. You're 100% correct, Dr. Walsh. You know, and I think the best thing, like you said at the very beginning of this, there's no paid salary, there's no overhead, and all the money to the families in Salem come directly from you, the folks who also live here with us in Salem. You could be helping out your downstairs neighbor for all you know, right? So when you donate tonight, make sure that that's what you're thinking of, because that'll definitely make whatever it is that you can donate absolutely worth it.
Now, that was most of what I was supposed to have said on the video. But I was also asked to come here tonight for another reason. I'm going to look at my notes to make sure I got it. Oh, by the way, the decorations.
Beautiful.
Some people may wonder, what in hell is he doing with those things? These are very important to me. My brother Charlie was the one who started doing this. But my brother John did this also. My brother John was what I call the organized Walsh. If you want to picture something, Charlie and I both worked in the school system for years. We're pretty well known in the community. Nobody knew John. In fact, John worked for Murphy's Funeral Home, and he used to be standing at the door. He's got a big sign that says John Walsh, and people would come in the door and say, "Hi, Charlie." No, nobody knew John. But picture this. Picture a swan going across a lake. Regal, majestic, beautiful, easy. The swan is Charlie and I. John's under the water paddling like hell to make us look good.
Absolutely.
And getting no credit for it. John was extremely organized. We lost John 2 years ago. Yes. John was the treasurer of the organization, and in many ways our heart and soul. And one of John's beliefs, and one of the things he would tell kids, is just do your best. Do your best. Do your best. So a couple of years ago, Salem Children's Charity decided to honor my brother John. And we created the $500 book award to help a student from Salem High School who was going on to further education and maybe needed a little help in buying textbooks and things. So a $500 award was created to help these students. And the first recipient was a 2019 graduate of Salem High School, who was Jaco Pena.
Yep.
And Jaco is currently in his sophomore year, I believe, at the University of Southern Maine.
Correct.
And we just found out this year's recipient, who was a 2020 Salem High School graduate, whose name is Dapson Olidapo, who is currently at North Shore Community College, but is then going on to Salem State. And both of these boys will receive a $500 help with their
Tuition and book costs.
tuition and books, yeah.
Yeah. It's really a great thing. I couldn't think of something more important to the Walsh family, and as education. And I think the John Walsh Book Scholarship is a great way to sort of remember for his legacy to live on, not only throughout the Salem Children's Charity, but also throughout education as the Walsh family obviously
There's also another thing here, and it was on video. I hope I'm not taking up too much of your time. Mike Ward did a video where he was presenting something that was really, really very special. Those of you who don't know Mike's a very successful businessman in the Salem area.
Yep, he was
the high school, Salem High grad, Tufts University. He was the baseball coach.
Yep, the head baseball coach at Salem High School, the head baseball coach at Salem State.
Guy. Well, Mike comes from good stock.
Certainly.
His mother, Kathy, worked in the school system for a long time. In fact, when I was the Title I director, she worked for me. Her husband, Mickey, John Michael Ward, known to us all as Mickey, did many things in the school system, but he wound up as a high school principal at Salem High. Did a marvelous, marvelous job. Both of these people are just dedicated to the children of Salem. They spent their lives trying to meet the needs of school children. And Mike realized this, and he wanted to do something to honor them, to thank them. So what he did, and this, your talk about what kids need triggered my mind on this. He's created a $1,000 award that is going to go to the bedroom books program at Witchcraft Heights School. Now, why is that so important? Number one, it's hard to get money for things like that, again.
Absolutely.
But it is so important. This is giving parents books to read to their children when they're very, very young. And it's not so much teaching them to read, it's installing in the child a love for reading.
Absolutely.
And the kid will take it from there, trust me, all right? As you well know.
Two young children, I absolutely know.
Absolutely. So Mike Ward did this, and Witchcraft Heights and Salem can't thank Mike enough.
Yes, it's really a great program at the Witchcraft Heights Elementary School. It's the Bedroom Libraries program, as you said, Dr. Walsh. Like you said, it provides books for children to actually take home and keep and create their own bedroom library, right? It's right in the name, so they can have those books at home and have something to instill the love of reading in them.
Hopefully when they rerun this, they'll have the video, because Mike's video is very, very poignant.
Yes, absolutely, 110%. I agree with you. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to the folks before you?
No, I think I've taken up enough of your time.
No, we have all night, Dr. Walsh. We really do. We got 2 hours, so we got no videos to fill the air.
I think I've pretty much covered everything, but I'll be around if I think of something. I'll come back. Huh?
Yeah, and we'll be glad to wave you down as well.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time, Dr. Walsh. We really appreciate you. All right, here he is, back for the third time.
Well, speaking about baseball, Coach Ward is a brilliant coach because he knows he puts all his talent into the freshman coach. The JV coach you can keep an eye on, but a true good varsity coach knows the program is built by freshman coaching. Just putting that out there.
Uh-huh.
So we're talking a little bit about baseball. We're talking about Teddy ball game.
Wow.
And the Brockton Bomber. You know anything about the Brockton Bomber?
I don't. Why don't you tell me all about him?
The Brockton Bomber was the first person to go 49-0. Rocky Marciano, coming from Brockton, and Teddy Ballgame, the greatest hitter of all time. This is a great item, and this is donated by Taché Real Estate. And let's talk a little bit about Taché Real Estate, because without Juliana Taché and the Taché Real Estate, we don't have this night, we don't have a lot of these items. So this is just one of the fantastic items that Taché Real Estate has donated to our charity.
Yeah, and trust me when I tell you, we're going to hear a lot more about Juliana later on in the night. Here's the pressing question I think everyone at home wants to know. Would you rather have one round of 8 seconds with Rocky Marciano, or be a relief pitcher in the bottom of the ninth, 2 strikes, 2 outs against Ted Williams?
I'm going with Ted Williams.
You don't want to get in the ring, huh?
Touching Rocky Marciano.
It's only 8 seconds. Can you dodge him for 8 seconds?
There's quite a few people out there on the web and on TV, watching on TV that know that 8 seconds is enough to put me on the floor. So.
Well, I think everyone's satisfied and they're happy that they know that.
What about you? Same question for you.
What about me? I'm not sure I would survive in the ring with anybody. Not even probably my 2-year-old son, so I would rather get up on the mound and probably bounce the ball past home plate. That's about what I probably could get done. But hey, you know what? It is something interesting to think about. And this is a beautiful picture that you yourself could own on Friday if you visit www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity.
All right, I'm going to go find a couple more items. Remember biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. There are all sorts of items, over 100 items, from sports autographs to golf outings, all sorts of things. Stays at our various hotels here in Salem. We've had a lot of fantastic items donated to us this year.
Absolutely. We're very, very lucky. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let me introduce again the chairman of our great charity, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Bradford Malone.
You had to go there with the government name. John, they wanted to get you a break, get in a glass of ice water or something. You've been working hard with a lot of different obstacles going on there.
Absolutely. I've got a nice cup of coffee here, and I'm ready to re-energize and get ready to rock for the second half of our program. So I know I'm leaving the folks at home in great hands, so I'll see you again.
Excellent, excellent. All right, folks, so I want to thank everybody who is still tuning in. We do realize there's been some audio glitches for most of the broadcast, but you're hanging in there with us, and I guarantee you my boys at SATV are still working to correct any feedback or any problems that are going on. They couldn't be working harder, so I want to thank you for staying with us, and to Patrick Kennedy back at the studio. He's probably in a panic right now as well. But you know something? The live broadcast isn't the important part. The important part is the auction that many of you have already gone to. The bids are starting to come in. And I just wanted to let you guys know, as somebody who works in the Salem school system for 26 years now, my current role in the school system is under the direction of City Connects, which is a student support program where essentially every student that goes to school in Salem Public Schools will be reviewed and looked at and discussed, and nobody will fall under the cracks. We look at every student and we try to tailor supports and services or enrichment activities for every kid to see what they need, from kindergarten, actually from preschool at Bentley, all the way to 8th grade and then on to the high school. These kids are looked at in a way that students historically have never been looked at, and it's really an integral part of how we identify need and realize where most of this money that is raised goes, okay? It's not a random lottery. It's not a draw. We are figuring out where families are struggling and where kids can benefit, even if they're not struggling, and we're putting that money to use. So everybody that's still tuning in and going to biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity is really helping us, because honestly, this used to be one big holiday party down here, originally at the Victoria Station. I know a lot of you went there, and then at the Hawthorne Hotel more recently. This is what it's all about. We used to do it in one night, and we'd literally go from having a small amount of money for kids the night before the party, which was typically the second Tuesday in December, to close to $40,000 that you guys raised, okay? Nobody here gets a paycheck, as J-Rob mentioned. This is all for the kids and the families. So if you're still hanging with us right now, despite some difficulties, we know that's where your heart is. And I hope that you can also find some of these items that you like and really put a couple bids in. I used to do this trick on eBay where I would put a bid in on something that I didn't even really want, but I didn't think it was going for a proper value. You can do that too. I never got stuck with one. Just try it. It'll work, I'm sure. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Especially Michael, if you're on the computer at home. Do not do that. Speaking of which, can I have my favorite gift on the auction right now? I don't know how many Mandalorian fans are out there, but this is my favorite gift. that we put up for children. By the way, on the website, you can go to different categories. If there's one particular thing you're looking for, you'll be able to find the category and focus in on that. But this is, of course, Baby Yoda. My wife is not a huge fan of Baby Yoda, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but Baby Yoda isn't exactly what you think he is on that show, and we'll find out that when you watch it. But check this out. Yes, he's nodding his approval of this event. And now he's bringing us luck. Baby Yoda, everybody. This can be yours. This was donated. Actually, one of the first donations we got from Harrison Comics, one of the first donated items this year. And this can be yours for somewhere around, 40, 50, maybe even $60. But if you really wanted to give to the kids, this is priceless. We all know it. The Mandalorian, great show. Even though it's on Disney Plus, you got to check out Baby Yoda. And this would look great under any tree, okay? We are going to take a 5-minute break with you so that you guys can all go to your computers and snatch up Baby Yoda for a nice price. We're going to come back right after that. And I hope you guys will stay tuned or take a little break yourself. Go to the kitchen, make a snack, go to the website. All right? We'll be back in 5 minutes.
So, back with me here is my friend, longtime associate Mitchell Sobera. Hello, Mitchell. How are you this evening?
Great, John. How are you doing? You're doing a great job.
I'm doing very well. I'm glad to have you back on stage with us here. The reason we brought you back up, Mitch, is I know that you have some great community partners, great friends, and longtime donors who really are truly the backbone of the Salem Children's Charity. Would you like to talk about one Mr. Rich Blazo for us all and for the folks at home?
Rich Blazo, I'm having a senior moment about the insurance company that he owned on North Street. Oh, God. Well, anyway, whenever there was a mailing, Rich would put all of our thank yous, invitations through his machine, and then give us a $500 check.
So wait a minute. We don't have to pay for stamps.
No.
We don't have to pay for envelopes.
No. We have stamps are for nothing.
For nothing. So again, 100% of all of our donated money.
No, it's not 47% with the rest of Massachusetts charity. Well, I think we're probably like at 106%.
Earlier it was 102, so we've gone up 4%. I like it.
Absolutely.
I like that. Now, Mitchell, if you could describe Rich Blazo for us, and let some folks at home, give some folks at home some insight into the character that is Rich Blazo.
I only met him once last year because he had to sign a piece of paper that would give us he was in the insurance business, and I had to provide some paperwork for him so that he could sign, so he would get a matching, his $500 contribution would be matched by the insurance company that he did business with. So that's the only time I ever met him.
Wow.
He was actually Charlie Walsh's go-to guy. Charlie would take a whole bunch of envelopes, drive them down there, run them through the machine, schlep them to the post office, and mail them. That's how we did business for 23 years. No postal cost.
It truly is an amazing thing, folks. You know, I don't think you can probably find another charity in the area that literally has zero overhead. Everything we do is donated, and everything we get goes right directly to the people in need here in our great city of Salem. Now, Mitchell, let me ask you this one question. You go about town, you see folks are selling houses. What's the #1 sign you see all over town?
Taché Real Estate.
Taché Real Estate. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, when I know Dr. Walsh said earlier that his brother was the heart and soul of our charity organization, and I wholeheartedly agree with him.
Oh, absolutely.
He was our #1 board member, he was our treasurer, and he's a great, great person, and I'm so proud to have his name affiliated with our charity forever. However, when it comes to donations, we have a woman who is the ultimate and absolute queen.
Back in 1994, we were making all our money selling $2 ornaments, $2 that look like ornaments, $5 that look like trees, and $10 that look like stars. We made all our money. We had no donations of 50-inch TVs and toaster ovens. And we received the first $100 check back in 1994 from Taché Real Estate. And I thought that was such a big thing, but that was nothing. Since that time, Juliana Taché and a real estate company and her family, Big Joe and Big Julie, probably donated $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, asking for nothing in return, just helping out the charity. Actually, most of the stuff a good portion of the stuff you're seeing here today and on our bidding, our auction site, is not thanks to people that have donated. Juliana Taché going out, writing a check, and putting it on our website.
Yeah, she's known very fondly in our circle as what, Mitchell?
Oh, Santaché.
Santaché, that's right.
S-A-N-T-A-C-H-E, Santaché. She's been christened that.
That's right. She tirelessly works for us. She gives us everything and anything that she can. If we have a need that we have trouble filling, we call Juliana, and she fills that need for us almost immediately.
But I'm a little skeptical of why she's doing this, because I found out recently that she was also born on Christmas Day.
Is that true? Born on Christmas Day. Yeah, so I want to again thank Juliana Taché from Taché Real Estate. One thing I want to talk about before we move on, Mitchell, is if you go on our Bidding Owl website, you'll notice there's a beautiful scrolling banner that rolls across the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
In that scrolling banner, you will see every sponsor and every donor that contributes to tonight's event. If you have interest in going to any of their businesses or checking out what they might be about, all you have to do, folks, is click right on that scrolling picture, and it will bring you immediately to their website.
And all of our printing here today.
Yes, well, that was going to be my next thing, Mitchell. So you said we have no overhead costs.
Yes.
We pay nothing. But I notice that what goes out to the mail is this beautiful flyer, very well handcrafted and created by someone probably really smart. Just kidding. It goes beautifully, gets mailed out, free postage from Mr. Blazo. The printing comes out beautiful. We have these beautiful signs that hang on the fence of Jefferson Avenue. We have all these beautiful mailings, thank you cards, postcards, letters, mission statements. Can you tell the folks at home where that comes from, Mitchell?
Oh, Minuteprint, Dominic at Minuteprint.
Dominic at Minuteprint. You can find him right on Boston Street here in Salem, folks. Dominic at Minuteprint is beyond, goes above and beyond for our charity. I could say weekly, probably even close to daily when it comes to crunch time for us here, folks. We need something printed, we get it to Dominic, and he has it back to us in less than 24 hours. And I'm sure that would be the same policy for you.
And he also donates a portion of his income to us. In addition to giving us that at a very reasonable cost, that's mine. He does a very good job for us. He does it quickly, and I'm sure everyone's seen the signs on the bottom of Wilson and Jefferson. And that's thanks to Dominic, a great supporter of ours.
Mitchell, could you tell the folks at home who donates that fence space as well?
Oh God, I'm having a senior moment. It's Brendan, are you here?
Dr. Walsh, who donates the fence space on Jefferson and Wilson?
The Stevie, the good basketball player.
Oh, the Latches.
Stevie Latch.
Steve Latch. So Steve Latch, if you're watching at home or any member of the Latch family or a friend of the Latches, give Steve a big thank you for us for allowing us to hang our sign on his fence for all of Salem to see.
And God, boy, he was a good jump shooter in his day.
Really? Could you guard him one-on-one?
Absolutely not. He was a dirty player and he was big.
I heard you were a heck of a center fielder, though. Is that true?
Oh yeah, good arm, no bat.
That's what they say about all the best ones. Remind me kind of Jackie Bradley. Right? He's the same concept.
Exactly.
All right, Mitchell. We're gonna bring out Mr. Mercier now. If you wouldn't mind making.
Do I have to?
You have to bow out, but don't you worry. I'm gonna call you back up
But
later.
that looks like something that's a beautiful picture.
Thank you. We're gonna talk about it just next.
Okay.
All right. Let's welcome in Mr. Edward Mercier. Come on in. You can put it right up against the tree here, maybe. Move Santa. Yeah, beautiful.
So what's your senior picture? What does that look like?
Well, I'll tell you a little secret about my senior picture. This is really a true story, folks, okay? I went to my senior picture, jacket, shirt, tie, basketball shorts on the bottom. Shirt, photo shoot only from the waist up. How about you?
Well, I had a flat top. And if you've ever seen Dolph Lundgren, that's basically what I looked at. I'm sure the trademark remembers that as well. My lovely wife knows that picture well. Yeah. So I thought it was cool. High and tight, baby. High and tight.
You gotta really let
Shows
it
the
flow.
blue lines.
Get the natural curls. It's all about the natural curls, you know.
Oh. He thinks he looks like Barry Melrose.
I'm so glad you're here with me, let me tell you. Folks, if you don't know, I've known Coach Mercier now for probably upwards of almost 20 yerazz. He's been a mentor and a great friend to me. I'm truly appreciative of Ed Mercier and all he's done for me, honestly, all joking aside. But I can tell you something too, we can really razz each other with the best of them. So I'm glad to have him up here on stage with me tonight. So, right here, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are the parent of a senior, if you are the grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, brother, sister, anything, you know someone who's gonna be a senior in high school, this is what you want. Luis Michaud Photography has donated a $500, let me say it again, $500 senior portrait session. This includes a briefing beforehand, selection of backgrounds if you want to have it on location. She's going to meet with you and set up everything that you want for your perfect senior portrait. This item is on our website right now, www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity for $250. What? Yes, the bidding for all of our items starts at 50% of fair market value.
You can get a lot of deals for that.
You can get a heck of a lot of deals. This is just one of them, and this is by far, in my opinion, one of the best deals. Where on earth can you get a beautiful, beautiful senior portrait session for just $250 opening bid?
Especially nowadays, I mean, I've heard of a lot of people taking pictures of using their cell phone for senior pictures, trying to do it themselves.
Absolutely. You know, my wife and I, we just welcomed a newborn to our home in September, and we had a photographer come over and do a photo shoot for us. It cost us, and let me tell you, it cost us a lot more than $350. Oh. And this is...
With that photographer?
No, we had a real...
oh, okay. I thought you were talking about our good friend Joe Diaz.
No, Joe Diaz. Shout out to my man Joe Diaz. Did a pre-shoot for me. But that's another story for another day. But Luis Michaud Photography, folks, she does the most beautiful work in Salem. She will personalize it and do whatever it is that you need for her. She'll be glad to meet with you. She'll set up everything that you have. You will bid on this item through our website. We will put you in contact with her, and you will get the most beautiful and perfect senior portrait package. You can look on our website. There are three sample pictures of hers, excuse me, on the website, and you can find her more at louisemichaudphotography.com. And you can also click on her picture on the scrolling bar at the bottom of our website. Before we move on, we're going to talk about a few more people.
I was going to bring that up to you. I wanted to ask you if I could have a moment to talk about Fred and Kathy Paluzi.
Wow.
What great people.
I'll tell you right now, that is one of the things I'm 110% missing about tonight is quote-unquote Fred's raffle. We are true, Dr. Walsh, we see you over there. You are going to get some more airtime, I promise. But Fred and Kathy Paluzi are two of the most wonderful and generous people here in Salem. They not only donate some money to us, but they also donate their time. They spend the whole night here selling raffle tickets, pulling raffle numbers, and getting great prizes out to you guys. I just got an email the other day, actually, from Mr. Paluzi. He was really sad that he couldn't be here with us tonight, but he is really looking forward to next year when we can be back here together and buying and selling Fred's raffle tickets.
So what's Wally meal cards? Wally, talk about MVP.
Wally Meal Cards is what I like to call the donation bloodhound. If there is a donation to be had in Salem, Wally Meal Cards can sniff it out. Excuse me, it looks like the producer's trying to get your attention. If there is a donation to be had here in Salem, Wally Meal Cards, let me tell you right now, can sniff it out. He can find a gift card from high, come low, wherever it might be. Wally Meal Cards is going to get that gift card and bring it back to Bates Elementary School. We are so happy to have welcomed Wally to our team, and I can genuinely say that we would not have 80% of the gift cards that we have here tonight if it weren't for Wally. Wally, I hope you're watching, and I hope you can really hear the sincere and heartfelt gratitude that we have for you and your family.
And Wally's going to bring them in, but Kristen's going to buy them up.
That's very true. Wally's going to bring him in, and his daughter Kristen is going to buy him up. We know that you're at home watching too, Meal Cards, on your probably super fast, super cool, really awesome computer. So make sure you pick up that mouse and go to www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity.
So it took a little while to get these things here. Why don't we talk a little bit about the Bates staff, the Bates custodians that really have, we've been in and out of that school. We've been in their way. To do their work. We're running around with, different items and TVs and all sorts of things. And they have been fantastic.
I'll tell you right now, I've had a bazillion jobs through college and everything, but I've worked at one school, and I can tell you right now, Bates Elementary School has the best custodial staff in the entire city of Salem. There are no two folks who work harder or care more about their job than Mike, Salsa, and Rich. We're so lucky to have them at Bates Elementary School. They provide us with a beautiful, big, open spot to store all of our goods in the basement at Bates Elementary School, and we're so lucky that we get to have them work and be on our team. Next up, I'd like to talk about somebody who you may or may not know, but she is somebody who probably does more good than we. Melanie Mckinnon is one of the most charitable, giving, and caring people in Salem. If you don't know Melanie Mckinnon, she is the founder of It Starts With Me, which is a great Salem charity that basically helps families just like us in need. The biggest thing that I know personally that they do is they do the big turkey drive. Every year they provide full Thanksgiving meals. I know this because I've seen it in action. They provide full meals, the turkey, the stuffing, the potatoes, the squash, even the tin roasting pan that you need to cook it in. They provide it all to you. And all they ask in return is that you pay it forward. And so we're very proud to have Melanie Mckinnon on our team. She's a great and awesome supporter of our charity. We're so proud to work with someone who also, like us, cares deeply about the Salem community.
My teaching partner, Kelly Silk, helps out with her a lot as well.
Absolutely.
Fantastic Silk family.
Absolutely.
So we should probably mention some of the elves that have helped us out, especially last year. Usually this room is filled with people, all sorts of people. And we couldn't do it with just us on the board. So we really need, I really want to give a shout out to the people that kind of help us usually put the regular Christmas party together.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we'll see them again next year.
We'll be back together next year.
People like June and Marlene Lunt, Marlene Malone, what a saint. What a
You're telling me, trust me, I spent the last 48 hours with her husband, and you're 100% right.
Kelly Rice has helped us out for
Kelly
years.
Rice is invaluable when it comes to event planning. Invaluable.
Kim, Manny, Malia.
Mark,
absolutely.
Holly, my beautiful wife Diana, your wonderful and beautiful wife Heather, Silky, Dr. Principal Flynn,
Dr. Flynn,
Ellen, Brett, Mike, and Agnes.
Brad Bergeron also helped us out last year.
Oh, and I got a big shout out I got to do right now. Nope, I got a huge shout out I got to do right now. My pal and yours, Mr. Ben Islander.
Oh, absolutely.
This guy, let me tell you something. You got a question about the computer? Look up his number on the yellow pages and call Ben Islander. You need to know how to fix an eBay page? Call Ben Islander. You need to know how to do a biddingowl.com website? Call Ben Islander. You need to know how to activate a PayPal? Call Ben Islander. I'm telling you folks right now, my head has been ready to explode. Ben Islander comes in, does 3 clicks, and the problem is solved. It's really quite impressive.
Speaking about Ben, talk about Connie as well.
Oh my gosh. Can I tell you something right now? You can go to a couple of stores, the bus stop in Marblehead, or Beautiful Things, and you can purchase for $5 a mask, handmade, custom, handmade for you. And all the money, guess where it comes? Right to us here at Salem Children's
Isn't that
Charity.
one of the masks you have on?
It is not one of the masks I have on, but we also do have another person who donates masks to us, by Marie. She is from Tache Real Estate. This is a beautiful handmade mask by her.
Has anybody told you you can't hit a layup?
Has anybody? Well, you know, when you come on, you should have all your information square and all your ducks in a row, as they say.
Free mask with everything.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that, folks? We have a breaking news, breaking alert from our chairman. A free mask comes with every item won. That's right, our chairman just cleared us to give away all these masks, folks. We have plenty of masks, and you, my friends, are gonna get one for free with every item that you win at www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity.
Talking about our chairperson, let's talk about the person that brought our chairperson to Salem Public Schools, Mary Manning.
Wow, let me tell you something. Mary Manning is a tried and true Salem person.
Another saint.
Absolutely. Mary Manning, for those of you who don't know, was an educator and principal at the Collins Middle School for numerous years, probably over 40 years. She dedicated her life to Salem children. She now continues to serve the Salem children as a member of our Salem School Committee, and she is an avid and great supporter of the Salem Children's Charity. We are so proud to have Mary Manning on our team. I know I feel like I keep saying the same words over and over again, but there are literally no words to describe other than proud and grateful when it comes to talking about these people.
Mary Manning got my brother into Fenwick, so trust me. The Merciers are in debt forever for their Miss Manning, as she knows.
The next thing we want to talk about is where our charity actually got its roots in the Salem schools. So you heard Mitchell and Dr. Walsh talk about how we started at the Carleton School, but then we were sort of adopted, if you will, by the Witchcraft Heights Elementary School. At the earlier years in our charity, we had Dr. Mark Higgins as one of our board members and chairman, and he actually sort of helped the Salem Children's Charity out of the Witchcraft Heights Elementary School. I remember myself as a young teacher running there for a check to pay, for a student, for an errand for a principal, and I know that we are truly grateful to Dr. Mark Higgins and all the staff, actually at all the schools. Believe it or not, if you go on our website tonight, you'll see a bunch of baskets donated by every school, donated by the superintendent's office, assistant superintendent's office, every school. A big shout out to Bentley Innovation School. Your basket was way above and beyond. We're actually going to bring it out here and showcase it tonight. Mr. Malone.
My back!
Yeah, he's going to blow out his back, but I'll tell you right now, I am beyond grateful for what Bentley School has done for us here. As you can see, we have this beautiful basket. Coach, why don't you take the slip there and read us?
Oh, absolutely.
Pull it right off. It's all right. Read us what's in the basket.
All right. I mean, starting with a 2-night stay in a beautiful Airbnb close to Santa's Village.
Oh.
That's in New Hampshire. That's $300 value right there.
$300 right off the jump, folks.
And this is basically called Around the World Locally COVID style. So some of the things they have, we have ready-made margaritas.
Beautiful.
From Mexico. From France, we have a gift card to the cheese shop.
Love Salem Cheese Shop, avid and huge supporter of us.
Yeah, it's a huge supporter of us. Some savory and sweet snacks from the country of Brazil.
I can see your mouth watering through the mask.
I love the word savory.
Of course you do.
Passage to India gift cards, $80 value right there. So we're talking $300.
We're at $400 right now. $300 Airbnb, couple $80 value gift cards. Are you kidding me, folks?
There's more. The Adriatic for $50.
Oh my gosh.
Some Costa Rican and Jamaican coffee, Dominican rum,
Wow.
and some rum cake.
Oh my gosh. A little rum cake and some whole milk, nothing better.
From Great Britain, some tea. I'm a tea guy.
Big tea
Let's
guy.
do a spot of tea.
Spot of tea, mate.
Whoa. It's starting to sound like somebody we don't even talk about. So, a gift card from Binsu Sushi.
Really?
$20.
What's your favorite sushi?
I love the volcano roll, and I'm a big fan of spicy tuna maki.
Nice.
How about you?
I don't really eat sushi.
Oh, really? And finally, a Czech Republic 1,000-piece puzzle.
Wow. Have you ever put together a puzzle?
I don't have the patience for that.
No.
Mrs. Mercier does that a lot. She many times will sit down in the summer or in the winter and put together a puzzle, usually dealing with me. That's like her way of calming down.
Makes sense. They've talked about St. Malone. That's definitely St. Mercier if I ever met a woman.
You're not kidding.
I can't do puzzles. My fingers, they don't work.
Fingers don't work.
They don't work. I have people for that. They just don't work.
The brilliance of John H. Robinson.
But again, I do want to reiterate, I know we're being goofy up here, but I do want to say a huge thank you to the folks at Bentley School. Principal Rogers, Principal Rogers, we're very appreciative of what you've done for us. This basket is great, your generous donation. Thank you very much, Principal Rogers. Next up, we're going to bring back my man who's been chomping at the bit on the side. It's been killing him not to be able to talk for a while. Our friend and yours, Dr. Brendan Walsh.
I forget what the movie was. It said, he's back!
Yeah, there he is.
So,
let me ask you this. What'd you bring up here with you?
I brought my friend Boo Boo. And my friend Boo Boo the Bear and Rocky.
Oh, Boo Boo and Rocky.
I'm going to explain. Boo Boo is what you call bears most of the time anyway for kids.
Sure.
Rocky, I named Rocky because
Ed said he looked like Drago?
My granddog Rocky lives in California and I can't go to him and he can't come to me for Christmas.
All right.
So this is my friend Rocky. But I got to explain these things.
Please.
And if people have been to our extravaganza, they know what they are. The bear and the dog, they're both on the auction site.
Yep, there's probably about 20 of them up there.
20 bucks a piece. And what it is, my niece, Michelle Castellucci, and her husband, Joe, are very much committed to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So they give us a twofer, and they've been doing this for, I don't know, 15, 20 years.
Wow.
They buy these bears from St. Jude's by the bucketload. I don't know what they spend on them every year, 500 bucks or so. And they then give them to us to auction off.
Huh.
So St. Jude's gets the money.
And we get the money.
And we get the money.
And I can think of no more two worthy causes.
She's got a warm spot in the heart.
Absolutely. Thank you very much to the Castellucci family. You submitted a great video to us. We're truly sorry that we had those technical difficulties that we did have here tonight, but you will get a chance to see that amazing video.
Joe's jacket left a little to be desired.
I don't know. I think it was kind of awesome. For those of you who didn't get to see the video, Mr. Castellucci has a beautiful green Santa Claus blazer on. It's really quite something. Did you have something else you wanted to talk about, Dr. Walsh?
I wanted to add a little bit something. You mentioned Connie Arland.
Oh, yeah.
But she and her friend Karen Howard.
Karen Howard?
Yeah, Karen Howard. Her son is catcher at Salem High.
Okay, great.
They have made so many masks,
Oh.
and they market them through beautiful things in the bus stop.
Yep.
And they have contributed something in the neighborhood of $3,500 this year by not taking a penny for their labors and by giving their neighbors and friends and everybody a chance to have a well-made mask to help them in the struggle against COVID.
Yeah. We're very lucky to have these people on our team.
Connie, of course, is Ben's mother.
Yep. Absolutely.
Which once again proves that apples don't fall far from the tree.
That's right, Dr. Walsh. You've got it absolutely right. So while I've got you up here, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yep.
You've been doing this Salem Children's Charity thing for 26 years. You've been doing the party since the very beginning. I want to know, what is your number one favorite Salem Children's Charity party moment?
Wow. Boy, that is really difficult because there are so many of them that I just think of all the wonderful people that I met and who came forth and did things. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me when I was the auctioneer before you.
Yes, I am your predecessor.
And you are a vast improvement, by the way.
No, sir.
But maybe one of the best things that happened to me, because I've never been known as the world's most organized individual. Janet Pulio became my assistant, and she kept everything organized, and I could just talk. It was absolutely wonderful. But if I had to pick one single thing,
It wasn't the event itself. It was the year, a couple of years ago, when we're all set to go, and we had a great relationship with Victoria Station, and 2 weeks before the event, they lost their lease.
Yeah, that was my first year with the charity.
And we're saying, what do we do now?
And like a superhero.
And I'm going to tell you, we had a wonderful arrangement, a very unusual and wonderful arrangement with Victoria Station. So we're looking around, and we came to the hotel because there aren't that many places that have a big enough room.
Right.
And we talked to Claire Colellis, and they were more than willing to have us. And we explained what our arrangement was with Victoria Station. And they said, we'll honor that arrangement. And we have a home. We have a home because of Claire. And Claire, of course, did have to speak to the Harringtons.
I'm sure.
And if you don't remember Michael Harrington, you should. Michael was our congressman. Michael was a wonderful, wonderful man. His wife is a marvelous person. And they just said, go with it. Do it. So if I had to pick one single moment there, it would be finding our new home.
And I'll have to tell you, that's why we opened the show with extreme gratitude to the Hawthorne Hotel. We were literally sort of put out on the street, if you will, when Victoria Station lost their lease. And Hawthorne Hotel took us in for free, let me say it again, took us in for free, and literally donate every hors d'oeuvre, every bite of food, every staff member. They donate everything. They give us their full and best care and best attention, and we are so, so grateful to Claire, the hotel staff. I personally couldn't be more proud to be from Salem and know that this hotel is in our city.
If you come to Salem, stay at the Hawthorne. By the way, if you're going to Sturbridge, you want to stay at the Public House because that's one of their properties too.
Absolutely, and you know what? If you live in Salem, if you live in Salem, come get some restaurant at Tavern on the Green.
Kay and I try to get to the Tavern on the Green at least once every other month. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful service. Food is just marvelous.
The food is terrific. The folks are terrific.
Yep.
We're truly blessed, and honestly, I don't even know if lucky is the word that describes, what we are when it comes to having the
If I had to pick another couple of things, I've been fortunate.
Oh, you have some more things to say. Shocking.
Shocking that I have something to say, right? I've been fortunate in a way to be the person who delivers the checks and the money and all that kind of stuff. And I get far too much credit for it because they see this person, they think it's me. But I remember a woman who we put up for 2 or 3 nights with her family because they had been evicted and they had nowhere to go. And I can still remember just seeing this mother dissolve in tears when she found out that she was going to be all right until she found another place to live.
Here's a question that the folks at home might be willing to know. Where's the paperwork?
There is no paperwork.
So wait a minute. You're telling me if I'm a person in need, I don't have to fill out a form, make a request?
Let's say this is the way it works. Our disbursement officer gets a call from one of the City Connects people or from the councils at the high school. And even, by the way, I'll get a little politics in. I'm not a huge charter school guy, but the people at the charter school.
Absolutely. You know, Salem kids are Salem kids no matter where they go.
If they call us, they call our disbursement officer, here we go with the trust again. You're calling me. I know you, I trust you. You give me the information. My only question to you is, what do you need? And you say to me, well, we probably, this is going to cost maybe $400. And whoever it is, it might be me, it might be Ed, it could be Brad, it could be Mitch, it could be anybody, says, I'll get it to you this afternoon.
So just like that quick.
But Mitch likes to call us Batman.
Swoop in,
We swoop in,
out.
take care of the problem, and get the hell out.
I like it. I like it.
And generally speaking, the people don't know where it came from. And that's important too. I grew up with a father who told me that your right hand should not know what your left hand has done.
I'm right with you.
So it's Salem Children's Charity, they might know that, but they have no idea who the people are, and they don't need to.
Absolutely correct. You know, Dr. Walsh, I want to thank you actually for your service as well. You've been in service to our city for 40, 50, 60 plus years.
Long time.
You've done amazing work for our city. Like you said earlier, you were the Title I coordinator and helped kids develop a love for reading. You served our city as an elected official.
One of those terrible politicians.
Yeah, he is a politician. You can tell. That's how he talks so much.
No, you know, that bothers me because people say, oh, the politicians are all alike. And every time I see that, I send something out saying, hey, you just took a shot at me.
Well, but I'll tell you what, we are beyond proud to have you with us, Dr. Walsh. Your family.
I'm going to leave now. We don't need to hear this.
No, of course we do. Your family, yourself, your brothers. We're beyond grateful to have you. We're beyond proud. I'm beyond proud to have my name affiliated with your name. I'm beyond proud to share this stage with you tonight.
Thank you.
I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to sit here and talk to you tonight. There are few people in our community who have done such great and hard work for our Salem school children as you. So thank you very much, Dr. Walsh. Not for your commitment to me, but your commitment to the children of Salem. Thank you very much.
Buy the beers, buy the dog.
Yes, buy the beers, buy the dog. BiddingOwl.com.
What's the name of that site again?
www.biddingOwl.com/Salem Children's Charity.
Oh, yes.
So, let me ask you this question.
He's going to talk about it?
Who loves golf? I know anyone and everyone loves golf.
Yes.
Do we have the packages for you?
Oh, boy.
Go to our website. The first thing you'll see, a golf outing with lunch at the beautiful and prestigious Kernwood Country Club. You and 3 friends can go out golfing with my friend Mike Ward. Spend a day at the beautiful Kernwood Country Club, and then get lunch afterwards. Let me tell you something, folks. If you haven't been to Kernwood, look it up on the internet. Click the link on our Bidding Owl site. You'll see it's one of the most beautiful courses in the area, maybe one of the most beautiful courses in the country. Do you have something to say?
Yeah.
Oh, shock.
Of course. Sometimes people think about golf as a bunch of guys going out and playing golf. Jennifer Brennan.
I was just going to bring up, we have a ladies trip.
Absolutely.
We have a ladies trip. Thank you to Jennifer Brennan, who's donated a golf outing for 3 ladies at Tedesco Country Club. 3 ladies at Tedesco Country Club. You can go out, bring you and 2 of your closest friends to go out and golf and enjoy yourself for a great day at Tedesco. You can also, gentlemen, you can go to Tedesco with Doug Karam. He donated a golfing outing to be played on a mutually agreeable date. You can get out there and play golf at Tedesco. We have a trip for ladies and a trip for gentlemen at Tedesco, and we have a trip for whoever over to Kernwood with Mike Ward. And the best part about the Kernwood trip, Mike Ward is going to buy you lunch. So whatever you want to eat, Mike will buy it. No expenses spared. The next thing I'd like to talk about, this is a huge donation for us, not that. This is a huge donation for us. The Salem Park and Rec Department, Trish O'Brien.
Oh, yes.
This is one of the top bestsellers. It is a season's pass to Old Salem Green, Salem Municipal Golf Course. It's a $1,300 value, $1,300, and the opening bid on our website is $600. You can get it for half price, folks. Half price.
You should be prepared to beat $650.
You should be prepared to beat $650. As Dr. Walsh has said, he's already bid. So get on to www.biddingowl.com. You can go to the item selection section at the top. It's a green bar. You can click and you can scroll down and you'll see there's actually a section labeled golf. You can click that section and that's where you can find all the prizes that we've just talked about. So it is the perfect present for any golfer in your life.
Guess what? I got something else to say.
Something else to say from Dr. Walsh. Who'd have guessed it?
My daughter's agent.
Like lurking behind the tree like the Grinch. Look at you.
My daughter, Megan Walsh.
Oh, she donated some beautiful art. I'll tell you. Talk to us about
Is
it.
an architect and a mosaic artist who has taught mosaic art on several continents. And she's donated a couple of pieces. One, I think, is in the affordable range. The others are a little high-ticket items, but they come with installation as well.
Yeah, and you know what? Guess how they came to Salem Children's Charity? Free.
Oh, absolutely.
They came to us for free. They're going to go to you, and every dollar you spend is going to go directly to a Salem child in need. I'm going to turn the show over for a little bit to my friend and yours, who but W.B. Malone.
Nice job, Johnny.
Thank you.
All right. If you're still hanging in there with us, you are officially a Salem Children's Charity supporter. Just wanted to mention that we are looking at the bids as they come in. We are getting several bids on the website, www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. And if you are having trouble with that, you know, different people have different technical skills and levels. If you're having trouble with registering or getting the bids to activate, you can always email John Robinson at johnhrobinson@salemk12.org, and we will do our best to troubleshoot the problem, because this auction does not close until Friday night at 9 o'clock. Did you know that, Mitchell?
I knew that.
All right. So you are currently sitting with the past chairperson and one of the original founding fathers of the charity. He basically forced me to step into that role. I wasn't ready, as you can tell, but we're doing our best. And I just wanted to touch base back on something that Eddie and J-Rob had spoken about, which was the Witchcraft Heights School after the Carleton School. They had come in, and you had a very instrumental principal over there. We talked a lot about current principals, but this is a former Salem principal that helped you a lot in establishing that as our home base.
Yeah, we've probably been remiss about mentioning Charlie Walsh's successor. Charlie was principal for probably the first 3 or 4 or 5 years that we were in existence. And so we were looking for a replacement for Charlie. We found one, or one found us. Talked to Mark Higgins of the Witchcraft Heights School, and his assistant principal, Leanne Smith, and Kim Malionik, a worker for us and also a part-time worker at the school. And Mark was really our first treasurer before John Walsh, and did a fabulous job for us. When he left, went to Peabody. I mean, we were a bit dismayed, but whatever. Mark was probably with us for, I'm going to think, maybe 10 years, anyway.
Yeah, he actually, he got off the charity just about the time I came on. That wasn't a coincidence, was it?
Did you kick him off?
I didn't kick him off. I don't know, maybe I sat a little too close or something.
Anyway, Mark Higgins was instrumental in bringing the charity from, we didn't know what to do with the money. Peter Baglione from the police department says, give it to Charlie Walsh. Charlie Walsh retired. We were worried about getting somebody younger. And who appears but Mark Higgins, a famous, a legendary name in the Salem school system with his family.
And as Mark moved on, I remember one evening we sat there at a local supporter of ours. I believe it was Sidelines, but one of the supporters of the charity. We were eating some chicken wings, and I introduced you to another person who sort of helped us find that need.
Then after Mark left, we were, actually it was a loss. Mark was probably with us for, I'm going to say, 17 out of the 20, 26, 25 years. And we were a little bit askew and looking for, it's very hard to identify poor people that need help. The people that need help the most are the hardest to find. City Connects person Ellen Wingard honed in and said, I can help you identify the people that you need to help. And she kind of played, she took the role of Mark, because Mark was the go-to person for, like I say, 15, 17 years that knew who needed the help. And City Connects and Ellen Wingard have pinpointed, and we really are cued in to the people that need the help.
So we used to sort of search around for places, but now we deliver standard, we have data that backs us up, standard gift cards for the Thanksgiving or holiday assistance.
Thanksgiving, I think we provided 120 gift cards to Market Basket, and that's probably a pittance compared to what Melanie Mckinnon does. What's her organization?
It starts with me.
Yes, it starts with me. So,
Hey fellas, speaking about gift cards, what can you tell us about this beautiful item?
before we get to that, I'm from Lynn.
Oh, we couldn't tell.
You're from Lynn.
I'm from Lynn, but Salem is my adopted city, and I could not be prouder to be a part of this city that cares so much for people that don't have what they need. And I'm ecstatic that I've been a small part of not necessarily the school system, but the population of Salem that cares about their ne'er-do-wells and the people that don't have. And,
Absolutely. I mean, you don't have to look any further than 2020. If you're even just looking at this handcrafted tree, this was handcrafted by Chip Bott. It has lights on it, but this tree is just filled with gift certificates, and we're not talking about $10 in gift certificates. We're not talking about measly little,
Can I interrupt you? The cheese shop, probably $80 worth of the cheese shop, $25 gift certificate to the Coffee Time Bakery, Bit Bar, Kuchko, $25 gift card. Casa Tequila, who's been very, very good.
Shout out Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert at Casa Tequila. So there's probably $200 worth of gift cards on this $50 handmade hard pine tree.
Yeah, the tree itself goes for $50. So somebody's going to get that at a real nice price. I just think, in general, the Salem businesses don't understand how much they mean to us when this types of things. Look at that. There's 3 of those trees on the auction.
Okay, and
I can't read that. I have bad eyes.
And I'll interrupt the new chairman for this. I can't believe how many people this year, more than any other year, came to the fore and we're excited. Usually we're like, hey, we're from Salem Children's Charity. You always give us a gift certificate. Can you do that again? People were excited.
It's really unbelievable.
They're excited. The Army Barracks.
The Army Barracks. Buses,
excited that the city and its denizens are doing something for people that have less than they do. The owner of the Derby.
I love you, Mitchell.
She's telling you we have 1 minute and then we're going to wrap it up. But the owner of the Derby.
The owner of the Derby, we hated to ask him for a gift certificate.
Yes, Doug.
And he said, this is the best charity that I could, and gave us a $50 gift certificate. All I can say is that I'm not from Salem, but I'm happy to be living here now. I'm a Linner, and I just love the people of Salem and the way that they've come to the fore in this terrible, terrible year of 2020. It's amazing.
Nothing short of amazing.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. We're going to call you back on very shortly. Thank you very much.
No, I'm done.
If I could invite Mr. Edward Mercier back out with us here. Excuse me, Mitchell. Ed's going to sit there.
Who's gonna sit here?
Ed?
No, I'm gonna sit here, Ed.
You got it, Mitch.
Thanks, Ed.
You can stay with me, Mitchell. I'll be proud to have you. All right,
I'm
so...
gonna stay with you. Oh, screw you, Eddie.
Hey,
Well,
sit
one thing
down.
I wanted to ask you
Yeah?
is one of my favorite parts of the week is on Felger and Mass when Paul Perillo comes.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing better than Sunshine Day. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, okay? Paul Perillo, writer for Patriots.com, and annual supporter of Salem Children's Charity. This year, Mr. Perillo donated to us not only Devin McCoy autographed football, but he has used his social media presence and his social media platform to help promote us to over 50,000 people who see his Twitter feed every single day. So I just want to extend a huge thank you to Mr. Paul Perillo, and I look forward to hearing you on Friday on Felger and Mass.
I love it.
A couple of more shout outs that we have, Coach. Why don't you tell us about the Salem Waterfront Hotel?
The Salem Waterfront Hotel is a fantastic hotel here in Salem. We have we've been donated one night at the Salem Waterfront Hotel. They've done a great job being very generous again to us. They do this every year for us. And it's pretty exciting. So that is definitely one of the items that you can find here on biddingowl.com Salem Children's Charity.
How about that new hotel that's popped up, the Hampton Inn here in Salem? Oh my goodness, what a beautiful building they've built over there in the heart of downtown.
Wait a minute, are they giving us something too?
Yeah. They've given us a one-night stay as well. And you can stay one night at the new beautiful Hampton Inn in downtown Salem. It's a beautiful brand new hotel with all the most beautiful and modern amenities. We're so proud that they jumped on and had no qualms about being a sponsor for us, and they were really happy to come to us. Lastly, the Hotel Salem has donated $150 in gift cards to be used at their roof bar or anywhere else inside their hotel. So we want to say a huge thank you to Hotel Salem. Lastly, we would be totally remiss without mentioning one more time a place that is honestly a place in my heart, the Hawthorne Hotel. I again am so proud to be broadcasting from here tonight, so proud to say their name over and over and over again. If you do anything in Salem that you need the Hawthorne Hotel, please, 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 please give them your business, folks. They literally give us everything that we need for free, so that every penny you give us goes directly to the needs of the children. Speaking of, I want to shout out one more local businessman, Mr. Matera. Justin Matera owns longboards and popcorn, and he is doing something that's huge, huge, huge for us. He is starting an annual $1,000 scholarship for an outstanding culinary student at Salem High School. Again, he is doing a $1,000 scholarship every year for a culinary student at Salem High School. Details about that scholarship will go to Salem High School and be out to the seniors as soon as possible. Also, as we mentioned earlier, Mike Ward, he made that $1,000 scholarship in honor of his parents, Kathy and Mickey, for the books bedroom library, We're very proud to have that. We're also very proud to get a check from John Walsh Insurance, unaffiliated with Dr. Walsh and his brother John. We're very proud to have them donate to us as well. And I think, honestly, folks, that is going to wrap it up. We're going to talk about one more time. We want you to please, 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 please go to our website at www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity. And I'm going to tell you just like this, folks. You can go to the website, you can bid on an item, or you can donate. Now, if you don't win an item, donate. You don't want to buy an item? Donate. You got some extra money to spend? Donate.
That's a great point, because I mean, we used to have this party here at the Hawthorne, and it cost $20 to attend the party.
Right.
And that was a lot of cash donations. So there might be some people that are, maybe you're done with your Christmas shopping, or maybe you don't really need some of the items up there, but you still want to contribute.
Yeah.
You still want to help
Even
our
just
children.
something like the $20 door fee.
You can hit the button right on the website. It's also on PayPal. It's been all over the Children's Charity Facebook, as well as on Twitter. So
find us on social media. Find us anywhere you can on Twitter at Salem Charity, on Facebook at Salem Children's Charity. And now this is a big shout out to all of the students at Bates School. That is going to wrap up your 2020 Salem Children's Charity auction for today. And as always, it's a great day to be
Hi, I'm Conrad Prosnewski from the Salem City Council. Over 25 years ago, the Salem Children's Charity began raising funds for the truly needy children in our community. And to this date, it has raised over $500,000, which has been used to clothe, feed, and shelter those who just can't afford to do it themselves. I was fortunate to have been part of this wonderful organization since it began, and I cannot tell you how enriching it has been to witness the extraordinary differences it has made in so many lives. Today's COVID atmosphere has changed how we all live every day, but the need to help our kids hasn't. If anything, it has hurt them more. This year, the charity has been forced to cancel its annual fundraising event and reinvent how money will be raised. We're asking all of you to join us for a 4-day online silent auction on Tuesday, December 15th, which will be broadcast live on SATV. You can also donate directly at salemchildrenscharity.org. Please remember this: there are no administrative costs, everyone is a volunteer, and 100% of your donation goes directly to the truly needy. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Salem Children's Charity. It's been my honor to have been asked to do this for many, many years. Dr. Walsh tells me it's 25 for me. But oh well, as I said, it is my honor. And I'm not used to this over the TV or computer or whatever, but we'll do the best with it. And you're more than welcome to sing along.
Softic, principal of Bates Elementary School, and I'm so proud to be here talking about Children's Charity. You know, over the last decade, I've been a part of the Salem community in a variety of ways. I was a teacher at Salem High School, I was a former baseball coach at Salem High School, and I've seen the impact the Children's Charity has made from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. The ability for them to get what they need for each individual child in the Salem Public Schools is exactly why we need to continue to support this great effort. I appreciate everyone coming out and donating to the Children's Charity this year and all the work they put into it. Because I've seen what our students can become, and this allows them to reach their full potential. It's a great community, Salem Public Schools, Salem community itself, and the Children's Charity really is the bow on top, making sure that it's all wrapped together so that kids get exactly what they need and be successful well beyond they leave Salem.
On behalf of the Salem Public Schools student and family support teams, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to the Children's Charity for being at the ready whenever we need help. From providing immediate financial assistance to families who've been displaced by fire or flood, to ensuring a student is able to play a sport that would otherwise be out of reach for a family, we recognize that Children's Charity's mission of jumping in just when our families need them is unique. The Salem community is a very special place. Children's Charity exemplifies why it's so special. As a resident of Salem and an employee of the public schools, I'm proud to belong to a diverse community of people who care about our neighbors. Children's Charity puts that caring into action every time we ask for support. Thank you, Children's Charity, and thank you, Salem community, for donating what you can to this amazing organization. We hope you have a healthy, safe, and happy holiday season.
This is Michelle Castellucci,
And I'm Joe Castellucci.
and we are here to tell you that this year, 2020, is going to be a different year for Salem's Children's Charity, if you don't already know. We got involved around 2000 or so. My father, John Walsh, and his brothers, Brendan Walsh and Charlie Walsh, were all involved in helping the less fortunate children in the city of Salem by giving them a hand up and helping their parents out at Christmas time. And it turned into this wonderful annual Salem Children's Charity event.
You know, I think the thing that I enjoy the most, quite frankly, is the silent auctions and the live auctions. So I really enjoy the bidding and having some fun. Someone bids higher than you, you come back and bid more because you know in the end it's all for the kids, and so it's all worthwhile. Even overbidding on things makes total sense to me because all the money goes to a great cause.
And in some years we were conspiring to bid some things up, whether or not we wanted to end up with it or not. And you know, there were some years where we were like, wow, we could end up with this. But it was fun to get the bid going up. So it was a blast every year. And seeing all my fellow Salemites, I mean, I lived in Salem the first 21 years of my life, and it's really nice to come home. It's kind of like a homecoming and seeing everybody, and all for the benefit of the children.
So, you know, around 5 or 6 years ago, I came up with this idea. You may have seen from time to time, if you've attended these events, these small stuffed animals, the bears. And so I came across this idea. Initially, K. Jewelers would sell these bears every year. And the reason why I was attracted to it is I go and purchase them from K. Jewelers. Well, all of the profits from that initial purchase go to St. Jude's organization, who a lot of you are probably familiar with, to just do some fantastic work for especially kids that have cancer. It's been a favorite charity of mine for most of my life, and so that's where the initial purchase came from. And so I came up with this idea. I said, listen, these bears can do more work. So I purchased them from K. Jewelers, St. Jude's benefits. I then donate them to Salem's Children's Charity, and then all the proceeds from selling them again benefit Salem Children's Charity. This was like a home run, a grand slam, winning the Super Bowl, you name it, putting all together. So we just kept repeating it. In fact, we would just, every year it seemed like we'd buy an extra case of beers because they'd sell out so fast. So we really enjoyed doing that, and personally that brought a lot of satisfaction to me.
One of the main contributors to the purchase of the bears is the owner of the restaurant, Finn's Restaurant. We much appreciate his purchasing of the bears and then happily handing them out to people around the event, putting smiles on people's faces. So that's pretty amazing too. What I'll also miss are the little ornaments that they give out, and seeing my uncle especially having them hanging from his glasses and his lapel, and encouraging people to decorate themselves with the little red and green ball ornaments. That's always fun too. So it was a very fun event when it's a live event, and let's help the event be successful this year by going to the actual website. So here is the website. I don't know if it's backwards in the camera, but it's www.biddingowl.com/Salem Children's Charity.com. So you can participate in the auction at that website, or you can donate by check, and hopefully this isn't backwards in the camera, to Salem Children's Charity, P.O. Box 102, Salem, Massachusetts, 01970.
Bid often, bid early, and bid often, and have fun.
And have fun helping others. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and may 2021 be good to you.
Welcome back. Now I'm going to be listening, hoping you are going to be singing along. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Hello, this is Matthew Condon, principal of Collins Middle School. I wanted to drop a quick video about the Salem Children's Charity and what it means to the community. What I know is the work that goes in to this auction and the money raised helps supports kids at the middle school. My team of Brad Malone and Mia Riccio are working tirelessly to support our families' social emotional needs. Sometimes there are other needs that are met through the charity. Our connection with the Children's Charity has brought great joy, pleasure, and support to families that need it. I always think back every year of heading into the Hawthorne Hotel and having a great day at the auction. I'll be very sad to miss it. We'll be on the Zoom, watching on YouTube, or however we make a bid this year. But this charity helps out our families immensely. So I cannot recommend enough to support this endeavor. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Hi everyone, Merry Christmas. We are Mike and Tammy Ward. We'll miss seeing everyone at the annual Christmas party this year, but we are so happy to be involved with Salem Children's Charity and all it does.
Yeah, the Salem Children's Charity does such great work, and this year we're really pleased to announce that we're committing to an annual donation to Salem Children's Charity to support literacy in the city of Salem. Specifically, we'll be doing this to honor my parents, Mickey and Kathy Ward, who are lifelong educators and really gave their life to the kids of the city. Many of you might know my mom and dad. My father, Mickey, was 40 years in the Salem schools, starting out as a teacher and a coach, and then guidance, vice principal, and ultimately he was the principal of Salem High School. And my mom was a teacher and educator for 25 years, both as a junior high teacher and then as a Title I teacher, helping kids with their reading. Very specifically, my mom started the bedroom library program at Witchcraft Heights about 18 years ago. And that program is a wonderful program that basically helps kids in 1st to 3rd grade who have fallen behind from a reading standpoint. And the program gives 10 books to kids during the summer when they're out of school, and they own the books and they start to build their own library at home, and it teaches them the love of reading. Additionally, they run events during the year for those kids and their families, again, to engage them in literacy and improve their reading skills. The program's right now, it's run by Ellen Zielinski, and she's doing a wonderful job with that. So the donation will be the Mickey and Kathy Bedroom Libraries Literacy donation. It'll be an annual donation to Salem Children's Charity to support the program. And we're so thrilled to be able to do this. As 2 Salem kids ourselves who went through Salem schools.
And Witchcraft Heights.
And Witchcraft Heights specifically. It's wonderful to be involved with Salem Children's Charity and to see all the great work they do. Yeah. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hi, Brendan Walsh here, and I'm rather close to Kat, who's doing the filming, so I'm going to back up because we want to obey the law and obey all the regulations. And actually, I know I'm better looking with the mask on, but that's beside the point. What I want to talk to you about is where the money goes. People will talk about how we raise the money and the wonderful people who help us out, but where does the money go? Well, I'm going to give you some examples. Some of them are very small examples. Some of them are very large examples. One might be that a number of years ago we had a mother who had no possessions, no money, and she had a child who was very ill at Children's Hospital. She couldn't get there. Her bills were being covered, but she couldn't get there to be with her child. So Salem Children's Charity got her a Charlie card. That's not a lot of money, unless you don't have any money. Then it's a whole lot of money because it's the difference between you getting there and not getting there. That'd be one example. Another might be a little boy who was between shelters because they had lost their housing, and the only thing he wanted to be able to do was play Little League baseball. But his mother couldn't afford it. Once again, not a lot of money. We stepped in, we verified with the teachers that the need was real and that the kid was a real good kid, and we just did that. He doesn't have any idea where the money came from. That's another important thing about Salem Children's Charity. We don't take bows, we just get people money. Maybe a bigger example would be it was in somewhere in the first 10 years anyway. There was a father who was an immigrant family, 3 or 4 kids, and he was working several jobs, and he was coming home late at night and crossing Bridge Street, and he was hit and killed by a hit-and-run driver. Mother spoke no English. They had no other source of income. So Salem Children's Charity stepped in and we paid the basic stuff like the rent and food for a couple of months until the wife's family could rally around them and get them out of the hole. So those are the kinds of things we do. There are many, many, many stories, and I could go on forever. But I just thought I'd give you that idea as to where the money goes. And it all goes there because, once again, there are no paid staff. The only money we might spend is on stamps and things like that to get in touch with people. Everything else goes to helping the kids. I hope I've made that point, and I hope that you'll participate in this very unique online Salem's Christmas party, if you will, different than all others, but the need remains, and we're there to fill it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Oladapo Olofimoyi. I'm a freshman at Mercier Community College, and I want to say a very big thank you to the John Walsh Book Scholarship. And I also want to express my sincere gratitude to you for making the John Walsh Book Scholarship possible. I was thrilled to learn of my selection for this honor, and I'm deeply appreciative of your support. I'm currently majoring in biology and minoring in economy to become a general practitioner, and a successful entrepreneur. The financial assistance you provided will be of great help to me in paying my educational expenses, and it will allow me to concentrate more of my time on studying. Thank you again for your generosity and support. I promise that I will work very hard to eventually give back to others, both as an entrepreneur and possibly a scholarship to students like myself. Thank you very much.
How's it going? Jacob Pena here. I'd like to say thank you, first and foremost, to everyone who was involved in the scholarship. I'd like to also thank Mr. Robinson and Mr. Mercier for helping me and guiding me through the process to get the scholarship. Me and my family are greatly appreciated that you guys took the time to help us and get us that scholarship. It really helped with my freshman year, paying off my bills, and I'd like to say thank you once again. My dad is looking down very happy, so I'd like to say thank you.
My name's Rich Blazo, and I wanted to talk to everybody today about Salem Children's Charity, how I got involved, and what I think of the charity. First of all, I had a business in Salem, and did very well, and I felt in that business you give back to the community that helps you. And that's how I get involved in these charities. Second of all, Charlie Walsh came to my office one day and said he needed a favor. And I said, okay, what can I do for you, Charlie? He says, I need postage for these invitations. I said, not a problem, Charlie. You know, gave the information to my staff. And I said, Charlie, tell me about the charity, which he told me about the kids and the school systems and all that. And it hit a spot right in me. You know, my mother-in-law was a teacher with Charlie. My dad was assistant superintendent of schools. And from then on, I put all my soul into it. You know, donated money every year to the big fundraiser. And if there was a problem and they needed something else, I took care of it. So the Salem Children's Charity has been great for the city. And that's what I love, being good to the community that was good to me. So, and as far as the continuation of the charity, I think what we need to do this year, it's a tough year, but I think we can't have the big party, so anybody that can donate money because of the pandemic, whether it be $5, $10, $25, everything would help. And remember, it's for the children. It's a big, big, big thing. So I want to just thank everybody that will donate, and hope you can donate as much as you can. Don't make it hurt. I know it's the holidays, but you know, make sure that, you know, if you can, you can. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mary Manning. I'm on the Salem School Committee, but I've spent my career working in the Salem Public Schools. I was there for 43 years, and I have absolute first-hand knowledge of the value and the complete sense of worth for students that the Salem Children's Charity has always manifested through the years. I was always in a position as a principal where I could pick up the phone, make a request for something that a student needed, and I would have that within 24 hours. Sometimes that might be an emergency request for bedding or clothing. Certainly in the case of a fire that our students were involved in their homes, we would call and ask for help. Most times they were already on top of that, working on that already. But on the individual situations, like a student that broke their glasses and they weren't entitled to another one through the type of insurance they might have, or they may have no insurance, and certainly the local businesses were good at providing some emergency funding or some actual emergency glasses for kids. But if they didn't, if we needed to, we could pick up the phone, call the charity, and we'd have a check for that the next day. There was, I don't remember a time all through the years that any request was denied, and the value that students placed on what they were receiving is immeasurable. It meant the difference for them on coming to school with a warm coat, coming to school therefore with a sense of pride and not a sense of embarrassment. They had someplace to sleep that actually was a bed instead of a mattress on a floor sometimes. They had school equipment that they might not have needed. The charity was there always, and I'm certainly hoping it'll continue to be there for a long time. It only functions through donations that folks make over the course of the year, and particularly at this time of the year. It's unfortunate, obviously, that we're not having the events that we have had through the years at Victoria Station and at the Hotel Hawthorne, but we need to sort of work together and get past that and figure out a way to make this virtual event as successful as the others, because I believe that more so than in a normal year, if there's ever what you can call a normal year, this year the Children's Charity is being tapped much more than it normally would be, and so we need to provide the funds for that. We have these folks on the board that do the work, but we need to provide the funding. So I'm here to urge you to contribute as much as you can. It's a tight year for a lot of folks, I know, but if everybody gives what they can, we can pull this off as an event that's going to benefit all the children in Salem, because you never know when one of them is going to need this. So I can't say enough about the charity, can't urge you enough to contribute to it, and I can't tell you enough how much the children in Salem, all of them, are worth anything that we can do, whether it's at this event or any other time. They're our future. They're great as individuals, they're great as groups, they're great as students, as athletes, as learners. They're hard workers, and sometimes they need our support. So the charity's there when they need that. We need you to be there for the charity. Thank you.
Thank you. Melanie. Most know me from It Starts With Me, and I am here to plug the Salem Children's Charity. This week they're going to be kicking off for the first time ever their virtual Christmas annual party, and we need and they need your help. Most of you sponsored and did a kick-ass job with my turkey drive, and I need all of you guys to do the same for them. The Salem Children's Charity is by far my favorite charity, and I got introduced to it by Brendan Walsh. He is one of my favorite people in the world. And if you haven't heard of the Salem Children's Charity, please go look into them. They are this amazing charity, and they do so much for Salem, and people really don't know how much they do for Salem because they never ask for recognition. They do more for the kids of Salem and their families than you could even imagine, from paying bills to buying mittens to coats. If there's a family in need, that the Salem Children's Charity is the one who takes care of them. They are my favorite charity, and I run a charity, and they make Starts With Me look like I do nothing. So please, please, please help us support the first virtual event this year. We need them. They need us. They are 100%, all the money every year goes back to the children, and they are going to be doing live auction all week long. They have I think they might be having raffles, but we need to check them out. I'll be plugging them all week long, but they need your help, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed with the stuff they do for the city of Salem. They are an amazing team. I think started about maybe 24, 25 years ago, and they are an amazing bunch. So please go check them out, check my page out, and I can't say anything about these people, anything better, because again, they're my favorite charity, and that comes from that Starts With Me. We back them, and I need all of you guys to back them too. Thank you.
My name is Mark Higgins, and I had the honor of serving on the Salem Children's Charity Board for close to 15 years. It is a wonderful group of people, and it is a fantastic charity. I got to witness firsthand children in need, whether it was school supplies, coats, sneakers, glasses. The list was endless, and the support was there immediately to help them. The charity identifies children that are in need. They work very closely with the schools. These are hardworking families that are not looking for anything, but the charity is there to support them and can kind of swoop in. And oftentimes we say it's the Robin Hood for Salem, and it really is. It provides great support quietly, directly to families. And so it was wonderful working with them. I continue to be a big supporter of theirs. They do great work for so many, hundreds and hundreds, over the years now, probably thousands, given how long the charity's been around. And so just great memories. I remember talking to people at the fundraisers, and they felt great knowing that when they gave a donation, it was coming right into the community. 100% goes right to the children. And it's wonderful, and especially this time of year with everything happening, it's great to provide that support. So I strongly encourage you to give any donation that you can support, because it's a wonderful charity run by great people. So thank you.
We are so honored to be able to speak to you tonight about the Salem Children's Charity. This is
Kim Malone, and this is
Leanne Smith. We have both been involved with the charity for so many years and have witnessed the many, many amazing ways that it has helped to support our community. Kim, tell us about how you first became involved with the charity.
Has anyone ever tried to say no to Mark Higgins?
It's not easy.
How about you? How were you involved?
I think it came with a job about 10 years ago when I became the assistant principal here at Witchcraft Heights. Mark Higgins handed me a bucket full of cellophane and ribbons and showed me a big room full of all kinds of wonderful donations, and he said, "Can you make baskets?" I said, "Sure." It is hard to say no to Mark Higgins. Kim, what's one of your most significant memories?
One of the most significant, I think, is being at the front desk and getting the call that the venue place where we used to have it, Victoria Station, was closing, and we had to come up with really quick the next place where we were going to have this event, or it wasn't going to happen.
And all of a sudden I started getting tons of phone calls, not only from Salem restaurants, but from surrounding cities, Beverly, everywhere, saying that they would like to support the Salem Children's Charity so that it could indeed take place within a week or two. And it happened with the small group that we had with the Salem community. It worked. We got it together. How about you?
I think my most significant memory is one year that we're here in the office, and the office was full, and the bathroom was full, and everything was full of donations. But they just kept coming in, and the Walsh brothers were coming in with everything that they had got along the way. And each person handed us these amazing things, and just that feeling of the fact that each donation was maybe going to save a child. And we had so much that year. Kim, what's one of your the ways you've seen the charity most significantly help a family?
Because of everyone's support in the community, we are able to, I know the students, a lot of them, and you see the families go through fires, you see the families go through deaths in the family, or even just needing glasses or clothing, and not knowing how we're going to get this to support the families, and all I have to do is call Salem Children's Charity, make a phone call that day or the next day. They come and they help us out, and we're able to get what we need. How about you?
I think for me, it's, the times that I've been here, particularly on a Friday afternoon, and a parent arrives and is just so genuinely upset and beside herself or himself because there's just no food in the house. They can't feed the children for the weekend, and they're not sure what to do and looking at me for help. And I'm able to reach into my desk drawer and pull out a couple of Market Basket gift cards, and they know they can go get food and feed their families for the weekend until we can deal with it in a bigger way on Monday. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We know times are really tough, but we sure hope you can just give what you can. We're so fortunate in so many ways. So we look forward to hoping to see that many people can give tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Hi, I'm Joanne Scott from the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Salem, and I'm a proud supporter of Salem Children's Charities. I have seen firsthand how the money is used 100% for kids that really need it. I'm hoping that you will support the organization too and have confidence in knowing that you are making a difference in the lives of children in Salem. Please donate. Thank you, and have fun at the auction.
Hello everyone, Lander, and I'm pleased to be involved with the Salem Children's Charity team. Salem Children's Charity has been helping kids for more than 25 years, beginning in 1994 with a yearly ornament sale and fundraising event at a local restaurant, and continuing virtually this year via this online auction. Salem Children's Charity distributes 100% of funds raised to Salem kids for rapid response to family tragedies, including illness, homelessness, and food insecurity. Help can take the form of direct grants, hotel stays, gift cards at Thanksgiving and the holidays, and more. They also help children participate in enrichment programs they could otherwise not afford. The team is led by Brad Malone and Mitch Sobera, and it includes many longtime well-known Salem community activists. They are a talented and dedicated group, and I enjoy working with them. During this pandemic crisis, too many of our families did not have internet access for home learning. And Salem Children's Charity stepped up and provided $10,000 to help them get connected and stay connected. That's a lot of money. So it's time to raise more. This year's auction has some wonderful items, which include sports memorabilia, hotel stays, toys, a 50-inch TV, a foursome of golf at Kernwood Country Club, and much, much more. So take a look, pick out a great prize, and make a bid. Salem has always been a welcoming and compassionate town. Helping our own kids is a great cause, and we can continue a great tradition by participating in this year's auction. The work continues year-round, and if you'd like to make a monetary contribution, you can do that at salemchildrenscharity.org. Thanks for looking in and participating. Happy holidays to everyone, and please stay safe. And thanks.
If you'd like to sing along, once again, I'm going to remind you, and I also like to say again, I can't say it enough, it's my pleasure to be here at this wonderful Salem Children's Charity event. It's such a wonderful thing, and they do so much good for the youth of our fine city. Can't hear you now. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or so ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame. Misfortune seemed our play. We got into a bank of snow and we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, I can't hear you. Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. One more time. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
I'm Sarah Rudolph, the City Connects Coordinator at Bates Elementary School. I'd like to thank the Salem Children's Charity for all your support of our students and families during this time.
Thank you, Salem.
Thanks, everybody. Keep it up.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem!
Woo!
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Don't.
Thanks, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thanks, Salem.
Thank you, 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 Salem.
Yeah. Thank you, Salem.
Yes. Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thanks, Salem. Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Salem.
Thanks, Salem.
Thank you, Salem. Thank you, Salem.
Thanks, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thanks, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.
Thank you, Salem.